Note, this material will contain content referred to by tags. Hashtag NSFW, hashtag sexy/skimpy, hashtag nudity. If you are not comfortable with seeing half-naked virtual female characters, this video is not for you. You have been warned. Welcome to the third episode of the best mods for female characters' armor and outfits. In the previous two videos I showed you various mods from authors such as Coco/Daymar and Ellxe. Today we'll be taking a look at another mod creator who's been on my radar for a while now, Ellxe. And now we're in the game. Back in Dragon's Reach, as the weather outside is currently dreadful. It's cloudy and stormy, so you'll hear the occasional patter of rain and thunder. Let's get started. We have plenty of costumes and armor to show off, and time isn't a luxury. But before we get started, you've probably been wondering where Delia, who bravely served as our model in previous episodes, has disappeared. In a sense, she's still here, but not entirely. Skyrim, as a game released in 2011, is changing. New, increasingly advanced mods appear every day, making maintaining a single, continuous save file simply impossible. Bethesda also doesn't make things easy by forcing everyone to install the latest updates. You can temporarily prevent them by blocking updates, but reinstalling Steam resets the settings, and the update was simply waiting for this moment. Well, at least I have the latest version of the game now, but how much time I wasted because, of course, the older save files are corrupted is another story. Anyway, here's my new character, voiced by Dragonborn voiceover in DBVO Valerie. And she'll be our model for the foreseeable future. Oh, and the hair has been changed to prevent or at least reduce clipping with armor, just in case. But this isn't a discussion about load order, so let's get to the point in the mods I want to show you today. The centerpiece of this mod is a long, low-cut dress with a side slit and a belt in several colors, black, blue, red, and white, with metal embellishments in gold, silver, and a material known as apocrypha. Matching bracelets for the arms and forearms, combined into one, complement the dress. Finally, what are described as boots, though they are simply identical to the armbands, but protect the feet and toes. However, the character/actor is barefoot underneath, so these aren't stilettos, high-heeled shoes, or even sandals. It doesn't look particularly striking, so I recommend pairing this outfit with shoes from other mods. For example, the stilettos from Queen Marika by Ryan Rios are perfect for the gold embellishments, or the heeled sandals from Spartan Bard from the previous episode. Here, we're focusing on more modest attire, aside from the fact that the character's legs are completely bare. We have a sort of hooded jacket with wide, puffy sleeves, a belt, and shorts. The outfit comes in two color variants, brown and white, and each of these elements is designated as light armor, although in my opinion, it should be clothing. I don't have much more to add, so we'll move on. A simple yet elegant and regal armor set consisting of a torso piece, boots or heels, a cape, gauntlets, and shoulder pads. There's only one metal color option, gold, and one fabric option, green or teal. For those interested, I recently worked on this mod, among other things, to make it recognizable for the outfit recognition framework. The corresponding mod is available for download on my Nexus Mods profile. My first impression when I saw this armor was that it looked like something Sylvanas from World of Warcraft would wear, even though I've never played the game, but I recognized the character. Starting with the head, we can choose between a hood and cape, but with our own hair that intersects with the model, or a hood and cape with predefined hair that only matches our current hair color but doesn't blend. However, if we're in an interior and have helmet toggle 2 installed, it won't display at all. So I'm only showing the hood and cape and hair versions because a regular hood would be invisible. Next, we have an element called a collar. Although it's a classic corset known from typical bikini-based modifications, shoulder pads, feathers under the shoulder pads, gloves, a torso piece, a top, panties, pants, though in my opinion, they look more like tights, and, of course, high-heeled shoes. Color variants include turquoise or green, amethyst, purple with a scarlet gold hood/cape, gold, azure, light blue, and finally, diamond, white. This armor is designated as heavy armor for anyone who wants to transform their Skyrim Dunmer character into Sylvanas. In addition to a pre-made set mimicking her appearance for race menu, her armor is now also available, or at least something very similar or inspired by it. Please note that I use Studos patches for all available mods presented here. So if you notice changes that weren't part of the original mod, such as unarmored boots or high heels, or even a crafting instruction removed from the world and added to the tanning stand crafting, these are from Studos changes, not Ellxe. But I think the patches and improvements are better than the original design. My personal favorite? There isn't one. All the color variants are great and don't offer any advantage over the others, so it's a tie. Moving on. Although Christmas is over, this mod is still worth mentioning because it will be perfect next year, or you can use it as an outfit for lounging around a house, whether you've built it yourself with the Huthfire expansion, purchased a mansion in one of the holds, or finally, with the appropriate mod on the Nexus. I only use Eleonora Breezehome though. This relatively simple, yet stylish, outfit, with signature L style, consists of 3 pieces: a sleeveless Christmas sweater, fingerless gloves, and thick, over-the-knee socks in 8 different color variations. During the presentation, the character was trying to cover herself up as if she weren't wearing underwear, but it's included by default with the sweater, and the problem was the lack of the appropriate keyword in DFFMAOR, Dynamic Feminine Female Modesty Animations OAR, which I have installed. So yes, the panties was included by default, but if you prefer them separated, ArcWarden 202020 has created a mod to do just that. Though remember to rebuild the meshes and body slide after installing that. The Gladiator outfit, after proper modification, reveals more than it conceals. It's primarily made of leather with only a few metal elements: a top, skirt, collar, panties, shin guards, protectors, shoulder pads, and high-heeled sandals. No color variations. Modular, so it can be combined with other mods as long as the parts don't occupy the same slots. If the Chaos Runner wasn't for you, this might be a good option for you. Once again, we're dealing with armor more typical of an elf, Sylvanian, or Dunmare than a human, though the character looks good in it. It consists of many elements: a collar, breastplate, pauldrons, vambracers, briefs, stockings, and boots in several color variants. The outfit has cleavage and is relatively revealing, though not overly so. The package also includes matching daggers with their own spells and auras, also in 7 color variants. But with all due respect to the modder, she simply can't do it well, in the sense that she can't do the weapon well. But this isn't a criticism, just an observation, because there are very few people who fully dedicate themselves to creating weapon mods and do it well. A suit for any rogue, thief, or archer. This outfit is largely composed of leather and fabric in several colors. Color variants are available only for the pants and cape: green, base, red, pink/purple, black, and blue. My only problem with this mod is that once you remove the bodysuit element, which, in my opinion, is too modern and doesn't fit, the rest of the body starts to show through itself in the skin. This is probably something that could be fixed in Outfit Studio, perhaps by regenerating the body, but I can't do that. And there could be another color variant for the leather. It's nothing spectacular, but it's good and will certainly find a wide range of uses, both as an outfit for your character and your companions. More ambitious players can use Skypatcher to assign it directly as the default outfit for NPCs. And now, regarding the crafting manual. Ellxe decided to put it in the Ragged Flagon, but if you use Studio patches, it has been removed and can only be crafted in the tanning rack. Ah yes, the Dremorn Witch. If I remember correctly, this was a mod released for Halloween and it shows skulls, fangs, teeth, and torn, worn, messy clothing. Of course, messy doesn't refer to the outfit itself, since it was designed and crafted with attention to detail. There are quite a lot of elements here: an eye patch, hat, collar, cloak, skirt, arm and leg guards, corset, high heels, and several decorative pieces. The outfit is fairly revealing: legs, bust, there's cleavage, back, and forearms. The available color variants are brown, black, gray, or white. You can also download enchanted staves that match the outfit. If you're playing as a necromancer or a witch, or have a companion like Ellxe from the Darklight Tower, perfect. Although for me, DX Necromancer is a better option due to the greater variety of colors, and the staves fit that outfit better than this one. But don't worry, this isn't the only necromancy-themed mod in this video. The crafting manual for the outfit can be found in Whiterun/Skyforge, and the staves in Riverwood/Sleeping Giant Inn. However, if you use Studo's patch, both will be moved to the tanning rack, where they can be crafted.
That man. Huh?
This mod will take us away for a moment from the Scandinavian and Nordic vibes. Dremuri. A creative choice of name, I must admit, even if a bit lazy. We're dealing here with a female samurai armor, or at least an interpretation of it, a Skyrim-style iteration, meaning the armor is mostly in name. It comes in several color variants: 1, black, 2, red, 3, white-red, 4, black-silver. There are many modular pieces. A backplate, a collar, something referred to as a core guard, kasazuri, armor protecting the lower body and samurai gear, a hip wrap, underwear, pauldrons, sandals, a skirt, sunniate, samurai greaves, a top, and finally vambracers. You can also optionally download matching masks, although they are not included in the base mod and must be downloaded separately. The same goes for what are supposed to be a katana and a wakizashi. But first, a wakizashi is a short sword with a blade length of around 30 to 60 centimeters, while a katana is about 60 to 80 centimeters, so the weapon here is a bit too long. As for the katana in this mod, it's more like an odachi or odachi due to its blade length and the fact that it's made a two-handed weapon, but it doesn't really have the typical odachi appearance. The third and final nail in the coffin for these weapons is the lack of matching sai scabbards for samurai swords. Sorry, but on Nexus you can find far better katanas, wakizashi, odachi, etc. As a last resort, you can also use vanilla swords or bowler's oath blade as a one-handed option, and for a two-handed variant, the ebony blade from the quest The Whispering Door. But aside from this issue with the weapons, the rest of the mod is quite solid, and I can easily add it to the list of mods I'll use whenever I feel like going for a full Akaviri style build. Consisting of only a few pieces: dress, boots, belt, gloves, and shoulders. This is a light armor set, mainly leather, with or without chainmail, and with metal elements in the tunic. It comes in several color variants: 3 SFW and 3 NSFW. 1. Black NSFW. 2. Brown NSFW. 3. Red NSFW. 4. Brown, greenish, SFW. 5. Black SFW. 6. Blue SFW. Elegant and deadly. Yes, the choice of words here is intentional, as the overall look is that of an assassin's outfit, sacrificing defense for mobility. So we have cleavage, as well as exposed groin and forearms in the SFW variant, while in the NSFW version, those areas are, of course, more uncovered than in SFW1. A very aesthetically pleasing mod and great for taking screenshots. No wonder it has so many downloads. Light armor consisting of elements such as a belt, high-heeled boots, guards, a thigh garter, and a cuirass referred to here as a dress. There are only 2 color variants, gold and red gold. Originally, the cuirass has deep marks resembling bear claw scratches, but Studio, in addition to standard patches, also included a version that repairs this cuirass. I don't have much to say about this mod, neither much good nor much bad. I'll be honest, I'm a bit biased against this mod, so my opinion might not be entirely objective. Still, since I downloaded and tested it a bit, I'll say a few words about it. Long story short, it's an outfit that looks like a mix of something akin to a faun and a forest fairy or dryad, hence probably the name Faunia. So, we have elements like a corset, high heels, tights, a skirt, and a choker, but also horns, faun-like ears, and moving binds for the arms and legs. On top of that, there are staffs that match both the outfit and its color variants. And speaking of color variants, there are 6 of them. 1. Green-pink. 2. Purple. 3. Pink-green. 4. Red-blue. 5. Pink. 6. White. As for how useful this mod is, if you know a companion who's something like a forest spirit, it fits. Alternatively, if you're playing as a boss mare, wood elf, or have a boss mare companion, though there are more fitting mods for that, like Valenwood Ranger. In most other cases, this outfit doesn't really fit into the world of Skyrim all that well. No, I refuse to pronounce that name correctly, I'd probably twist my tongue, so for the rest of this piece we'll just call it Jinnen. So, Jinnen, on closer inspection of the armor itself, you can see quite a lot of modifications, but the base is clearly ELLE Bifrost. Only instead of the blue-green gold variant, we get black combined with bronze, silver, and glass. And this time everything comes as a single set instead of Bifrost's modular approach. Let's just move on. A light, modular armor set consisting of 9 elements: a belt, bodysuit, high-heeled boots, a collar/neckpiece, gloves, a helmet with antlers, pauldrons, a single leg stocking, and a thigh band for the other leg. There is only one color variant. The crafting manual isn't a typical book, but a custom heart-shaped item. I don't have much to say about this mod, as I haven't used it long enough yet. It's one of those quick release types where the author puts it out faster, but it lacks things like greater color variety and additional outfit variants that were present in earlier mods. An example of that would be the previously mentioned Ellxe. Let's just move on. A modular outfit composed of leather and metal elements, whose central piece is a short or slightly longer, depending on the wearer, low-cut dress available in several color variants. It is paired with knee-high leather boots with high heels, a corset, fingerless gloves, and a thigh garter. The remaining components consist of pieces of metal armor worn over the previously mentioned leather and fabric elements. My first impression when looking at this mod is that it's the shirt, gloves, pants, and boots that Geralt wore in the prologue/tutorial in Kaer Morhen in The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, but in a female version, with a corset, although there's also a modification that adds an option to remove that corset. There's also a mod that adds additional color options for the shirt, since originally it's only available in white. The only thing missing is matching Witcher steel and silver swords so you can hunt monsters, but those can easily be found on Nexus mods. An outfit for a mage or magic apprentice consisting of elements such as high-heeled boots, a chest wrap, hand and wrist wraps, a belt, a corset, a scarf, a skirt, tights, and a thigh band. In my case, it functions as clothing, but originally it was light armor. The outfit comes in several color variants: amethyst, black, ebony, brown, emerald, green, pearl, white, redwort, red. Interestingly, it's not an overly sexualized mod. Sure, there is some cleavage, and the thighs, forearms, and shoulders are exposed, but compared to typical female outfits created by modders, Majili is relatively modest, and its modularity allows the player to control the level of modesty or exposure. I mentioned there would be one more mod for a necromancer character, and here it is. This isn't your typical skimpy, bikini Dark Reaper mod. No. Of course, it's clearly designed for a female character, but if you equip all the pieces, there's honestly more armor than exposed skin. Once again, the player decides the level of exposure or coverage. There aren't really strict color variants here, although there are 3 metal options, as well as options for the two-handed sides included with the mod. It's simply a very well-crafted, aesthetically pleasing mod. What more can I add? A very revealing outfit, although in my case it was classified as light armor. It consists of elements such as wraps around the arms and hands, a belt worn around the waist, a corset with a deep neckline, though to me it resembles a bodysuit fastened at the crotch, wraps for the legs and feet, a mask covering the eyes and forehead, a necklace with a pentagram, a skirt that only exists at the back, and finally a staff worn on the back purely as a decorative element rather than a functional one. There are several color variants as well as variations ranging from standard to almost completely see-through or torn and tattered, for those who find the base outfit not revealing enough. The entire arms and legs are exposed, and there is also cleavage. The available variants are as follows. 1. White or cream, let's call this one still SFW. 2. Black, also still SFW. 3. Brown, NSFW, with visible tears and rips on the corset and skirt. 4. Pink, arguably SFW. 5. Black but torn, rather NSFW. 6. Transparent, without a doubt NSFW. At this point all restraint is gone, and both the breasts with nipples and the lower intimate areas are clearly visible. Instead of a solid color, the material features embroidery with spiders and webs. A very interesting and bold concept. The only thing I would remove from this mod is the staff on the back, as I find it unnecessary. Additionally, the mod does not include any footwear, so the character is either barefoot or you need to use shoes from other mods. Meow. Are there any fans of the catfolk from Ellxe or other furries here? If so, I've got a piece of light armor that's perfect for them. The outfit itself consists of earrings, round hoops, cat ears, gloves, though in reality they're more like guards starting at elbow height and gradually narrowing down to a thin strap with a ring for a finger, worn between the second finger and the rest, custom long hair with braids, short shorts, ending at the hips and connected to underwear. Flat-soled sandals, and finally a top tied at the back, with the left and right parts of the bra connected by leather straps. The materials used are mainly leather and fur, with a few decorative metal elements. The outfit leaves the forearms and arms exposed up to the elbows, as well as the stomach and a bit below, and it also features cleavage. There are several color variants of this armor. Brown, black, white, purple, green, dark green, to be precise. As for its use, only one companion comes to mind who could wear this armor, Rissy, Tale of Troubles. Alternatively, it would suit a player character who is a Cageate. And finally, we come to the mod that was the impulse for me to record this episode. A light, modular. If I forgot to mention earlier, all the mods presented here were modular except Jinin, armor set for an archer. It consists of many elements such as arm guards, a belt, knee-high boots with or without heels, a bralette, I had to look that up, a light, soft bra without underwires or rigid structure, often made of lace or cotton, underwear, a cloak, a corset, a cuff, I'm not quite sure how to describe it, something between a bracelet and a guard, garters, a hood with custom hair or without, a scarf, a skirt, a sleeve, and a vest. The materials used here are mainly leather combined with fabrics. The exposed parts of the body include the legs from the knee to the thigh, cleavage, forearms, and hands. There are several color variants available. Azure, blue. Obsidian, black. Redwort, red. Silver, silver or white. Umber, green. The package also includes a bow that matches the respective color variants. Since the typical Skyrim build is an archer, this outfit is practically perfect both for the main character and for companions. Once again, we move into Oriental-themed territory. We had a mod for a samurai, so now it's time for a ninja mod. It consists of elements such as bracers, a thigh band, socks, boots, a scroll on the back, a scarf, pauldrons, a mask for the mouth, a hairpin, greaves, gloves, earrings, a bodysuit, and a belt with a gourd attached. The exposed parts of the body are the arms, legs from the knee to the thighs, and of course, the cleavage. There are several color variants of this, in my case, heavy armor. 1. Black with red accents and golden metal elements. 2. Blue with black accents and silver metal elements. 3. The same as variant 2, but the blue is replaced with green. 4. White with silver metal. It has little to do with realism. It's more of a romanticized shinobi outfit, typical of games like Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur, or Ninja Gaiden, and the female ninjas featured in those games. Very similar to the Senna and Night Elaine mod, but this time it adds metal elements such as greaves, pauldrons, a cuirass, metal armguards, while the rest remains standard: a top, more like a sweater upper without a neckline, but clearly outlining the breasts under the fabric, short shorts, a garter, scarf, belt, wraps, high heels or flat shoes, gloves, etc. The materials used in this mod include fabric in several colors, leather, and metal, also in various colors. 1. Brown non-metal elements, green metal. 2. Red non-metal elements, black metal. 3. Blue non-metal elements, silver metal. 4. Purple non-metal elements, pink metal. 5. White non-metal elements and white metal. The thighs and the left forearm are exposed. Interestingly, the outfit fits quite well with the armor elements from the amazing world of bikini armors. Once again, we're dealing with light armor styled for rogues, thieves, and other characters who excel at staying in the shadows and sneaking. The armor consists of long gloves, a sleeveless bodysuit starting from the neck, transitioning into a top with a neckline or a bra, and then continuing downward into pants ending at the ankles, along with pauldrons, high-heeled boots, and a hood. So in the end, the only exposed parts are the forearms and arms up to the elbows, as well as the cleavage. The material used for this outfit is undoubtedly leather, either black or cream, as the mod offers 2 color variants. A character dressed and moving in this outfit looks very stylish. An outfit in a pirate or corsair style. It consists of elements such as a cloak, knee guards, bracers, a shirt with a corset, bodysuit, a belt, an armband, and of course heeled boots, but with low, flat heels, not stilettos. There is only one color variant of the shirt, white, and the belt is red. Aside from these 2 standout elements, the rest is brown leather. And that's it for the mods I wanted to show and say at least a sentence about, sometimes even a bit more. There are probably a few more mods I didn't include, but they didn't interest me enough to download them, and this video is already long enough as it is. Next time, we'll take a closer look at the work of creators like Ellxe, Fafnb, or maybe someone completely different, for example, mods inspired by or directly ported from Black Desert Online. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you're not already, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. Also, if you haven't seen the previous 2 videos yet, I highly recommend checking them out. You might find an interesting mod for yourself. And that's all for now. SG signing off. Take care. Bye.